Greetings. In this video I'm showing the process of making a plaster cast of Medusa relief but with clay mold taken from a clay model. I have recently posted a video with a full process of making a plaster mold of my sculpture Medusa relief, and while plaster casts are usually made as some sort of support or rubber molds which then contain hemp fiber, or as waste molds which don't contain hemp fiber so they can be easily broken off a plaster cast. In that video I have made a cast with hemp fiber so I can squeeze clay into them so they last long and get terracotta sculptures out of it. It's somewhat uncharacteristic to make a clay mold, especially on a clay model, but you can take a, let's say, print of anything with clay or plasticine and pour plaster, be it a coin, a toy. However, to take a print, a mold of clay with clay, the model has to be fully dry logically. I always use a plastic sheet purchased in a tablecloth store. I placed the model of Medusa and started pressing chunks of clay gently, not to break the model. Clay is very fragile when it's dry and strong when fired. I use, so to say, clay worms to make a net of support on the back side of the clay mold. It has to hold very well while turning around, otherwise cracks may appear and plaster may pour out of the mold. Once it's done, I use rolling pin, which I don't want to get dirty, and roll in all directions so the surface is absolutely straight and even. This is absolutely necessary as it would deform the mold once it's turned around. So I turned it around gently, removed the plastic sheet, and as gently as I could I took the model out. It's a bit moist on the surface, but it will get dry quickly. At this point I can retouch the mold and close some of the pores on the surface. I've made a small loop which will be added to the cast after the first layer of plaster. I mix a bit of plaster just to cover the surface. Never add hemp fiber right away as it may release yellow stains after a while or have strands even visible. After the first layer, add some texture to the surface so the second layer sticks to it firmly, and then quickly mix another bowl of plaster and while it is still runny, dip hemp fiber nests into it. Make sure the entire surface is covered with them and tie it well into a hole. Always wait for at least 15 minutes before demolding or touching in any way. Plaster with first heat up and then get cold. Wait for a while after you felt it got cold again. After demolding, I used a sponge to wipe a bit of clay stains from the most protruding areas, and then I used dentist tools to scrape off a bit from the eye, which I want to be subtly glowing white. This type of clay molds always leaves some sort of algae-like looking traces, which I really like. After chipping off extra plaster from sides, I'm leaving it to dry outside for 3 to 5 days. After that, I will apply transparent glaze, and thank you for watching, and I hope this helps.